everyone, I'm David. This is Dave's Fancy Science. In our last 2 episodes, we talked about the immune system, including physical defenses, non-specific defenses, and the adaptive immune system. And we've also introduced the physical defenses and non-specific defenses. But when a pathogen is resistant, complex, or numerous enough to survive under various non-specific defenses, it is down to the incredibly adaptive immune system to clean up the mess. So, in these episodes, we would like to share more details on it. The key forces in the adaptive immune system are white blood cells, which are called lymphocytes, that attack only one specific type of pathogen. There are 3 types of lymphocytes: B cells, T cells, and natural killer cells. These cells join the action when macrophages passes along information about the invading pathogen through chemical messages called interleukins. Let's take B cells as an example of how B cells target and destroy specific bacteria and invaders. Any bacteria that enters your body have characteristic antigens on their surface. These distinctive molecules allow your immune system to recognize that the bacterium is something other than a body cell. These white blood cells engulf and digest any pathogens that they come across. During the initial inflammation reaction, a macrophage engulfs the bacterium. After engulfing the bacterium, the macrophage presents the bacterium distinctive antigens, communicating the presence of the specific pathogen to B cells. The specific B cell that recognizes the antigen and help defeat the pathogen receives the message. Other B cells, engineered to attack other pathogens, do not recognize the antigen. The matching B cell replicates itself, creating many plasma cells to fight all the bacteria of this type in the body. The matching B cell also replicates to produce memory cells, which will rapidly produce copies of itself if the specific bacteria ever returns. The plasma cells release antibodies, which disable the bacteria by latching onto their surface antigens. The antibodies also mark the bacteria for destruction. White blood cells, called phagocytes, recognize the antibody marker, engulfs the bacteria, and digest them. There are a lot of different types of antibodies. The ones that are present in the human body are IgG, IgA, IgM, IgD, and IgE. Here is a crystal structure of the IgG antibody. This antibody is consisted of 1 heavy chain, shown in blue, and 2 light chains, shown in yellow. The B cells flood your body with antibodies and activate T cells. T cells are especially adept at destroying your body's cells that are infected with a dangerous virus. The army of killer T cells are also able to detect cancer cells through examining small protein fragments presented on larger proteins, called MHC, at the surface of the cells. Almost all cells have these MHC molecules, and they act as a way to show the immune system what is happening inside them at that moment. White T cells come and attack diseases such as viruses and tumors once the MHC detects which cell is going wrong. Regulatory T cells ensure the immune system to return to normal after an attack, and at the same time, natural killer cells aid the T cell response by also attacking virus-infected or tumor cells. However, one thing needs to be highlighted is that cancer cells are good at subterfuge. They develop different ways to evade this natural defense system, including coating their membranes with a molecule called PD-L1. When T cells encounter this molecule, it deactivates them, so cancer cells are able to hide in the plain sight from the killer T cells. Dr. Ed James is an associate professor in cancer immunology at the University of Southampton, one of the country's leading centers for immunotherapy research. His lab is investigating how they do this and how to either reverse this process or to re-educate the killer T cells to be able to see the cancer cells through changing what the MHC molecules show them. Some of the new immunotherapy treatments aim to switch the immune system back on by blocking PD-L1 on cancer cells or its matching molecule PD-1 on T cells. The immune system is then able to recognize the cancer cells again and is able to send them signals that tell them to safely undergo apoptosis. Dr. S.'s team believe that immunotherapy has the potential to treat over 100 different types of cancer.
Fortunately, the immune system is engineered to learn from the past. While your body is producing new B cells and T cells to fight the pathogens, it also produces memory cells of the B cells and T cells, which stay in the system after the pathogen is defeated. The next time that the pathogen shows up in your body, these memory cells can help launch a counterattack much more quickly and fiercely. Your body can wipe out all the invaders before any infection takes hold. In other words, you develop immunity to a specific pathogen.
Vaccines accomplish exactly the same thing as this by simply giving you just enough antigen or disable pathogen exposure for you to develop memory cells, but not enough to make you sick.
In this episode, we've introduced the incredibly adaptive immune system, how to clean up the tough and wily pathogens, even numerous enough to survive various non-specific defenses. As we know, the immune system is a powerful set of defenses, so when it malfunctions, it can do as much harm as a disease. In next episode, we will talk about disorders of the immune system and faulty immune system, including the human immunodeficiency virus. Please feel free to scan the WeChat QR code at the end of the episode and contact me if you have any feedback or question. Share fancy science, inspire interest, illuminate bright future. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.